like a buttercup. You're a Barbie doll. Show them all what I'm made of. Strut down the hall. Won't stop till I get enough.
All right, so we're diving into this Lakers win. It's February 1st, 2025, and they just beat the Knicks at Madison Square Garden. Final score, 28-112. Sounds like a blowout, right?
Yeah, you'd think so.
But trust me, this SB Nation game report by Edwin Garcia, it paints a different picture. This one was a close one for a while.
Okay.
So how did the Lakers pull this off? How did they get this tough road win?
Well, the score might not say close game, but the Knicks, they definitely brought the heat, especially in that first half.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so we got to talk about LeBron. 33 points, 12 assists, 11 rebounds. Another triple-double for King James.
It's just another Tuesday for him, right?
Right. But what's interesting is how he played. It wasn't just about the numbers, you know?
Yeah, it wasn't just about him getting his. It was about him, like, really controlling the tempo of the game, those 12 assists. That's LeBron running the show, setting up his teammates, you know, giving them chances to shine.
And shine they did. Let's talk about Austin Reeves. He started slow, but then exploded in the second half. Ended up with 27 points, 6 assists, and 5 rebounds. Some are even calling him the unsung hero of this game.
Interesting.
What do you think about that?
I think Reeves is a really interesting player. He's been getting more and more important to this Lakers team. But this game, I feel like this was a turning point for him. He wasn't just making shots. He was making plays, leading the offense when LeBron was off the court.
Yeah, it's like LeBron's leadership is rubbing off on him a little bit, don't you think?
Yeah, maybe. It's really cool to see how younger players develop when they play alongside a legend like LeBron.
For sure. And speaking of players stepping up, we can't forget about Dorian Finney-Smith. He came off the bench on fire. 5 for 6 from three-point range. That's 15 points. The role players were so important in this win.
Totally. Finney-Smith's shooting was huge, especially when it looked like the Knicks might take the lead. It's those contributions from the other guys you know, not the stars, that can really win or lose a game for you, especially on the road.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so let's rewind a little, go through the game flow. The first half was a real back-and-forth battle. Neither team could get a big lead.
Classic Knicks-Lakers game, right? Always a battle.
Exactly. The Lakers ended the half up by 5, 59-54. Then, early in the third quarter, things changed. OG Anunoby on the Knicks, he got a right foot sprain and didn't come back in. That was a tough break for the Knicks.
Definitely a turning point. Anunoby is so important for the Knicks, on offense and defense. Losing him hurt their defense and took away a good scoring option.
It's not just about what he does on the court himself. It's about what his absence means for the whole team dynamic.
Exactly. You could see the Knicks struggling to adjust. Especially on defense. They just weren't the same team without him.
Yeah. But the game stayed close, though, through the third quarter. Josh Hart hit a buzzer-beater three-pointer to end the quarter. That brought the Knicks within 2 points going into the fourth.
Yeah, Hart's shot kept them in it. But, you know, looking back at that play, the Lakers' defense gave him way too much space. Remember how we were talking about the Knicks missing Anunoby on defense? That play shows exactly why he's so valuable.
That's a great point. Even though the Knicks were still hanging in there, you could feel the momentum shifting to the Lakers.
Yeah, especially with LeBron starting to take over. You know, when he gets that look in his eyes in the fourth quarter, you know, things are about to get interesting.
It's not like he just flips a switch, though, is it?
Yeah.
It's more like he's got this incredible game IQ.
Yeah.
You know, he knows when to take over, when to trust his teammates, and how to find weaknesses in the other team's defense.
You're right. It's like he's playing chess out there, always thinking a few moves ahead.
And in that fourth quarter, he just put on a clinic, amazing dunks, a clutch three-pointer, and just his leadership on the court. It was like watching a masterclass in basketball.
It really was impressive. He didn't just score. He was passing. He was playing defense. He controlled the whole game.
And the Lakers, they pulled away in those last few minutes. The Knicks ended up emptying their bench. It was the Lakers' fourth win on this Grammy trip, which is interesting. This was their fourth win on their Grammy trip. For those of you who don't know about this NBA quirk, the Grammy trip is...
So every year around Grammy Awards time, the Lakers go on this long road trip. It's become a bit of a tradition, and it's usually a really tough stretch for the team.
Right, they're playing tough teams, and they're away from home for a while. So being 4-1 at this point in the trip, that's a big deal. Shows they're playing well together as a team and handling the pressure of playing on the road.
For sure. This win against the Knicks, on their home court, that's a statement win.
Okay, so we've walked through the game, but let's take a step back and analyze the key moments that won it for the Lakers. What stood out to you?
Well, first off, the Lakers did a great job of containing the Knicks' two stars, Karl Anthony Towns and Jalen Brunson. They kept them pretty quiet, which was huge.
Yeah, you're right. Towns and Brunson are a tough matchup for any team. But the Lakers' defense really stepped up, made it hard for them to get going.
Yeah, they did. And of course, there's LeBron's takeover in the fourth quarter. He put the team on his back and carried them to the win.
It's amazing how he can still dominate like that, even at this point in his career.
Experience and basketball IQ. He just understands the game on a different level.
Absolutely. But it wasn't all LeBron. We got to give credit where it's due. The other guys like Reeves and Finney-Smith, they were so important.
Yeah, absolutely. They hit big shots and made big plays. It shows how deep the Lakers are and how they can win as a team.
I totally agree. And you can't forget about Anunoby's injury. That really changed the game.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Losing a player like Anunoby, especially on the road, that's tough for any team.
So we're seeing a Lakers team that can win tough games, even when they're not playing their best. They got the star power, they're getting big contributions from the role players, and they're showing they can handle adversity on the road.
Yeah, it's a good sign for Lakers fans. This win against the Knicks shows what they can do and how they can overcome challenges.
Okay, so we've untacked the game, we've analyzed the key takeaways, but let's zoom out for a second. What does this win tell us about the Lakers this season? Are they real contenders? Is Austin Reeves breaking out? Is this a sign of things to come?
Those are all great questions, and only time will tell. But one thing's for sure, this Lakers team is fun to watch. They have veterans, they have young talent, and they seem to have a renewed sense of purpose.
And they're playing with a swagger that we haven't seen from them in a few years. They're not just relying on LeBron to do everything. They're playing together as a team. And that's dangerous.
Very dangerous. It's still early in the season. But this Lakers team has everything they need for a deep playoff run. They've shown they can compete with the best teams. And if they keep getting better...
Look out. So to all our listeners out there, what are your thoughts on this Lakers win? Do you think they're contenders? Are you as impressed with Austin Reeves as we are?
We want to hear from you. Keep the conversation going.
All right, let's wrap things up with a final thought. As the Lakers continue on this Grammy trip, what does this win tell us about their potential? Does Austin Reeves' emergence as a scorer change things for this team?
It definitely raises expectations. It tells the rest of the league that the Lakers are back. And they're serious.
It's going to be fun to see how they develop throughout this season. We'll be back soon with another deep dive, breaking down the latest in the world of sports.
Until then, keep those basketball conversations going. And as always, thanks for listening.
Well, first off, you got to give the Lakers credit for shutting down those Knicks stars. Yeah. Karl Anthony Towns and Jalen Brunson, they kept them quiet, which is huge.
Yeah, that's true. Towns and Brunson, they can give any team trouble. But the Lakers' defense really stepped up.
They did.
Made it tough for them to get anything going.
Yep. And then, of course, there's LeBron in the fourth quarter. Just take it over. Putting the team on his back.
Yeah, he still got it.
Experience, man. It's all about experience and knowing the game like he does.
Right. But it wasn't a one-man show. Reeves and Finney-Smith were huge, too. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Those guys were hitting big shots, making plays.